Celebrating truth, care, and beauty. I'm sorry, guys, man. What time is it? It's past 7. I don't even want to get out of the stream to see. Oh, you know what? I'll look on my phone, because I had it open 7:12. Okay, well, let's go until 9:12 or 9:13. It just turned over. I'm glad I'm able to stream to you right now, because here's the thing. I got good news, but often good news will still sort of complicate things, and it'll turn into, like, there are various things that you might want to, that you have to address to keep things working the way they were. With good news, even. So the good news is, I was accepted for Twitch monetization. And I didn't even know I was up for it. But I guess I've been streaming enough, or I got just enough comments or views or whatever. I was accepted for Twitch monetization. And that's awesome, man. I'll fucking take that. Now you can donate to me. If anyone wants to donate, if Ricardo Cumsox is somewhere around, you know, I will accept that. And I'll also just accept people watching. That'd be great. In any case, I was so excited, and I set up my Twitch account with the authentication, and I downloaded the Google app, and I was like, oh, like truly, I was like, I'd rather download a different app, but the other ones looked like totally just made up, and I was like, fine, I'll go with the fucking Google one, okay. And so I did it all, and then it was like, oh shit, you need to authenticate your PS4 connection with your Twitch now. And I was like, alright. So I did that. I was like, okay, something changed, whatever, I did that. And then it's like, can't connect to server, can't connect to server. And I was like, I was having flashes of the thing with the YouTube stuff, where it was like, authenticating my YouTube channel to stream from my PS4, and then suddenly it's like, oh no, we're not gonna let you. And I was like, fuck, am I never gonna be able to stream to Twitch again on my PS4? Like, literally, maybe? Luckily, it turned out that I was able to. But, oh boy, was it... And the thing is, I was all ready. It was like 7 p.m. I took it right to the wire, too. I took it to 7 p.m., but I was ready. I was like, Diablo grinding. That's what it's gonna be called. We're doing 7 to 9, and that's gonna be, like, my regular thing now. And of course, once you say that's going to be my regular thing now, then it becomes like, well, now something might block you from it. And so, you know, in any case, we made it back, man. We made it on. And just in time, however, I turned off my console in the meantime to try to, like, get it back. Like, oh, did my PS4 need to turn off, etc.? Maybe it did, ultimately. But now we don't have a way back to the fucking monastery. And what was I looking for in the previous stream? The one today, not yesterday. What was I looking for? I was looking for a portal, because I'll tell you what, I knew that at some point I might come back to town, and I might not have that town portal open again. And I think literally once you turn off the game, a town portal goes away. It doesn't save it, maybe. Yeah, jail level 1. Jail level 1 is where I was. Okay? Oh, that's for 1. Oh, shit, wow, okay. So we have a bunch of fucking locations we can go to. Okay. I thought this was all the locations in the game. And I was like, fuck, really, man? That's limited. But no. Not true. Apparently not the case. You know what? These flies have gotten really fucking sophisticated. I think they can fucking come in here. Which is a shame, because now it's like, what? I'm fucking drinking flies? Are they fucking dead in here? Don't let him get in again, Matt. I know. Whatever. At this point, it's like, you know what? I'll fucking... If you flies want to fucking... If you want to be killed by me so much that you want me to fucking eat you, I don't want to do it. But if it gets to a certain point, it's like, alright, whatever. If you're there, I'm not fucking around anymore. But yeah, in any case, we are without a waypoint. So let's go back to the Black Marsh. Let's go back to the monastery. Let's go back to the jail level 1. Let's go back, and let's hope to find the fucking waypoint. Because I searched that entire jail level 1, and I didn't see a single fucking waypoint. Okay, so we're gonna get our shit going here. Okay. The Raven's probably gonna die by the time we get... The Raven dies quickly, I don't know why. The Raven's probably gonna die by the time we get there, so let's fucking... Whatever, we'll resurrect him. Yeah, look at these fuckers. Yeah, they're out in abundance. And great, I love abundance, man. I could use some of fucking abundance. You know one of the best... Actually, shit, you know, I might go and fucking buy it. But you know one of the best books of all time? I kid you not. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deep... These fucking flies, now they're just trying to annoy me. It's like they're coming in and out of my field of vision. It's like, really? You're coming in and out of my field of vision? You're not doing that because you want to live a long life. So are you trying to fucking annoy me? Like, is that the purpose here? It's like, what, you think the flies have a purpose? I gotta say, at a certain point, you start to see the way people Agent Smith around you, and it's like, if a person could Agent Smith, I bet you a fucking fly could be activated to Agent Smith. And Agent Smith is real, you know. Fuck everyone in the whole fucking world. Agent Smithing is fucking real. People are active. And by the way, check out the presence process. Oh, you know what? These are new enemies. These are enemies from the fucking jail. These guys weren't here before. I don't think they were anyway. The return mages. In any case, check out the presence process by Michael Brown. He says. And it's not just because he says something, but this is a reflection of what I'm saying. He says, like, you know what? And Adyashanti said something similar to this as well. Oh, you know what? We fucking went back to town for a reason. We're going to go back to town outside the monastery gates. Like Pantera, cemetery gates. Outside the monastery gates, we're going back to town. And then we'll be back. Oh, what did I fucking say? Oh, Matt, you're crazy. Yeah, I'm just crazy, except I fucking predict everything accurately. You know what Scott Adams says? Scott Adams is like, dude, if you can predict something accurately, that's a marker of how good your fucking map of the world was. And I think he actually said that's the only marker. I'm not saying Scott is the be-all, end-all at all, but he has a lot of good shit to say, and I like that one, and not just because it often applies to me. If you predict something accurately, that's a good marker that your map of the world is correct because you saw something coming before it happened. And if you do, it's like, oh, a broken clock, it's right twice a day. If you do that a bunch of times, if you do that consistently even, guess what? You're not a fucking broken clock anymore. Now you're just a fucking prophet, actually. I'm not saying I'm a prophet, but I am saying I have predicted many things. And I guess if a prophet is someone who predicts, then I guess you could call me a prophet, but I'd say it's more in a Scott Adams sense where it's like, hey man, it's just have an accurate map of the world. You know how you get that? You be honest for a long enough time. If you be honest for a long enough time, you'll start predicting shit. You know why? Because you're developing a better map of the world. Jordan Peterson, Maps of Meaning. In any case, to go back to Michael Brown, I'm throwing out names and shit here all the time. Go back to Michael Brown. He says, basically, people in your life, once you start like getting into emotional integration, probably happens anyway, but people in your life will be activated to behave in ways that trigger you. And then if you ask them about it, they'll say they don't know what's going on. Like they'll act like they don't know. It's because they're being activated by presence. It's like, okay, so are you saying presence is the Matrix? What I'm saying is the Agent Smith thing where people get activated to try to hold you down. You know what? Maybe I gotta say, maybe Agent Smith is not the enemy. Maybe Agent Smith is just showing you where you're still holding on. And here's the thing, everything else a person could do might be like bad, but they might be activated by presence to show you where you are still holding on, where you still have you have baggage, and they're activating it because you're putting forth to the universe. Let's go back to town. You're putting forth to the universe or whatever, to God, whatever you want to say. And I know those things aren't necessarily. I know like one term might not be right for, like one term might be like, oh Matt, this is just bullshit, right? That's fine. Whether you think the God is bullshit or the presence is bullshit, whatever term I'm using, what I'm saying is the way things work. If you basically like announce like you're trying to like let go of all your shit, maybe that's the point where it's like law of attraction. It's like, yeah, we're giving you what you want. Maybe in fact, you know what? Let me grab this. This is my book. This is my current reading book. Oh, you know what? It's on my fucking bed. Well, good. I'll be reading it tonight. You know what? Okay. What I'm saying is, if you put out to the universe, or you put out to God, you basically say, and I don't mean to say God like Marilyn Manson says God in The Last Tour on Earth, which is a great album, by the way. But not only is it a great album, but I was told by like a person on Substack, she went to that fucking concert. She's like, yeah, Marilyn Manson, he's kind of, you know, kind of like doing some, basically like some fucking like rituals. And she wasn't like a Christian at all. So it's not like she was opposing him from a Christian perspective. In fact, she's, in terms of like me versus her, she's probably deemed way more Libby than I am. But she said she went to the, but not like super Libby. Like, and in fact, she'd probably be offended that I said that. But I'm saying like more Libby. But in any case, she said like basically, look at what Marilyn Manson's doing in that concert. Brian Warner, whatever. Look at what they're doing. They, as in the band, really. Like, he's literally up there with, like, the Nazi colors, the red, black, and white, which Bashar says in, I think, Blueprint for Change, that that's the Orion colors, actually. So that's interesting. And that's, like, not a positive thing. That's a negative thing, I guess. But in any case, Marilyn Manson is up there. He's doing the shit. Like, he's on the fucking... He's got his, like, semi-swastika thing, but it's, like, a lightning bolt, and that's, like... That's a satanic... That's satanic symbolism, and... Check out The Long Road Out of Hell. The Long Hard Road Out of Hell by Marilyn Manson and Neil Strauss, who wrote the game. But check out that, where it's like, okay, he's talking about Satanism. So it's like he has the lightning bolt, and he has the lightning bolt in the fucking Nazi colors surrounded by the circle as if it's a swastika. If you check out the album Remix and Repent, it's literally like that. If you... Jeez, these things are getting in my fucking eye. I hate these flies. Fuck you, flies. Oh, we hate, we fight hate. Fuck you, fucking liberal piece of... You know, fucking be honest for one day in your life and then pretend to be fucking moral, you assholes. You hate. You are the biggest haters on earth. Anyway, these fucking flies, but you hate honesty. And then when somebody hates something, you're like, well, you're being too honest for me. That's what you really fucking hate. And then, because that's the thing, I literally heard one of these people say, like, I hate people who hate people. It's like, and they said it in an agonized voice. It's like, yeah, you know what? You have a lot of fucking rage. You have a lot of fucking hate. If you're fucking honest about it, maybe you'd start to realize that the people on TV ain't your motherfucking friends. In any case. And they're really not. But in any case, hold on. To go back to the Michael Brown thing, he says people will be activated to basically fuck with you. And if you call them out on it, they won't even like realize what they're doing. It's because it's not them fucking supernaturally knowing what your fucking triggers are, even if you walk into a fucking grocery store. Believe me, people, if you go on this fucking journey, you'll find people like supernaturally knowing your triggers and doing those exact things. In any case, he says, if you call these people out, they won't have any idea what you're talking about. You know why? Because they're not doing it intentionally. They are being activated by presence. They're being activated by what he terms presence to fuck with you, to bring up your baggage so that you can let it go and deal with it, whatever. Hold on. So anyway, and I'm not saying that these people aren't against you either, because it can be someone who's simultaneously antagonistic towards you and activated to bring up your baggage. Like, they could do both at the same time. And for me, unfortunately, has been that. It'd be nice if someone were actually, like, encouraging and nice to me, but unfortunately, it's actually, like, they'll do fucking, they're mean to me, they want to take me down, and they fucking get activated. And it's like, that's a tough person to fucking have, push your buttons, because then that's the person who it's like, well, if they're going after me, they're a bad person. And I don't want to be like them, and so I'm glad that they're going after me. Except for the thing is, if you're trying to let go emotionally, then maybe they're against their wishes, and for the wishes of the good, they are activating your shit so that you can fucking transcend, and then you can leave them in the fucking dust, because not only have you gotten past your emotions, but you've already way beyond left them morally. In any case, hold on, we're gonna fucking get our shit together. In town, I mean. Hold on. Things are going well, things are going well, things are going well. That's not just anything. That's like affirmations. Oh, that's like affirmations, Matt? Yeah, that is like affirmations. You try it for yourself, you'll see. Things are going well, 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 things are going well. How about that, motherfucker? Things are going well, things are going well. Alright. So what do we have to sell here? Oh, you know what? No, we have shit to repair. Okay, who's the blacksmith? Oh boy, the blacksmith is this woman. Okay, fine. Great. Please repair my shit. Even though you are clearly, hilariously clearly actually, fucking propaganda, you know, basically an element of propaganda given to the people in video games going back as far as Diablo 2, making the girls the big, strong, tough guys. It's like, alright, I see what you're doing. Check my stream last night. I think it'll be available. In any case, check my stream last night and you'll see. You will see, you will see. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so sorry for, like, exploding out. Like, this is a pretty intense beginning of the stream, but I guess I've been through a lot of fucking shit, man. Honestly, like, I should fucking scream. Every morning I wake up, with the amount of shit I've been through, I should wake up and I should just fucking scream at the top of my lungs every morning. Like, that's what I would deserve. Not in terms of, like, you deserve to, like, be miserable. No, at least not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's the leeway I fucking deserve. I deserve that fucking leeway after what I've fucking been through. And yet, here I am. Here I am, coming here and fucking working my hardest to get the fucking thing actually streaming. And we're gonna go until 9:12, 9:13, whatever, to make up for the lost time. Maybe I'll even do a little bonus for me. Maybe if I ever start late, I've got to add like 5 minutes to the end. Maybe I'll do that. In fact, okay, start late, add 5 minutes. Start late, add 5 minutes. It's just 5 minutes. It's not going to be necessarily more than that, but just as a good little thing, because I'm probably not going to start too late. Add 5 minutes. All right. Now, okay, what are we going to do now? Now we're going to get our shit repaired. Okay, so repair this, please. My madam, my burly madam. Repair this for me, please. Oh, you know what? I'll repair all. Fuck it. Is that L3 or L2? I think it's L3. Repair all equipment for 534 gold. Well, how much gold do I have? Oh, that would bring me under 50,000, but it wouldn't bring me under 49,000. I think I will. Okay, great. Now let's sell some shit that we aren't gonna keep. Strong heavy gloves. 5, 9. Plus 38 enhanced defense. Plus 30. These are just straight up better than those. So now what am I gonna do? Can I sell? Oh, I can sell it to her too. Great. You know what? I'll take your fucking services, madam. Even though you're not a real fucking example of anything, I'll take your services. It's like, what, you're gonna use her like a hooker? I'm gonna use her like a fucking person who fucking knows a fucking, who has a fucking store. I'm selling that. Okay. Oh shit, wait a second. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, so here's the deal though. It's actually a new thing. I haven't had this schedule before. But I think a good schedule for me, especially given the monetization thing, that's sort of a wink from the universe. A good schedule is stream Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 every night. My bedtime is 8, or at least the time I'm in bed is 8. 7 to 9, stream. Stream your streaming game. Not just any stream your streaming game. What's my streaming game now? It's Diablo 2. We're getting on to 25% through the game based on what I've seen. Probably about 25%. Okay, great. We'll do it. Now, Synthetic Man, he's about to be finished playing Breakers if you want to go watch him. And then he's going to have dinner, and then he's going to come back and play a different game. I'm not telling you to watch Synthetic Man, but I'm telling you, I guess I'd be glad if you watched him. I mean, here's the thing. if you don't, like, depending on your foundation for things, I'm not saying Synthetic Man's gonna necessarily help you. It's not like he's giving you a whole fucking life philosophy, but he's a good person to hang out with. And hang out with, I mean, in terms of watching his shit. Like, he's a good person to watch his stuff and spend time with him because he's a fucking real guy, and you could do much worse than have Synthetic Man be one of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And then you'll become more like Synthetic Man, and your life will probably get better. Just don't be a coward, that's it. Synthetic Man. I love Synthetic Man. I think he's a nice guy. He may be some kind of agent. He's big enough, but maybe he's not. And if he's not, if he is just like the honest guy who's like still believes in the system maybe a little bit more than he might, that's fine. I love Synthetic Man. He's my fucking, I'd go so far as to say he's my boy. I'm probably not his boy, but he my boy. Why aren't you his boy, Matt? Because he just doesn't know me. I'm not fucking famous like Synthetic Man is, at least not yet. But I'd like to be, you know, if possible. Like, why not? How about you have some more fucking famous people who are fucking alternative to everything? It's like, well, that's not why you're not famous, Matt. It's like, well, perhaps that's an element. But you know what? I have confidence. You know what? I have a lot of confidence. In fact, I think... And I was once asked, do you have giant balls? I think that, that's a strange question. I was asked that, I'll tell you where I was asked that. I was asked that in a fucking jail. Someone asked me, do you have giant balls? And he was a guy who I watched do, 50 not sit-ups, push-ups in a row. Or just like, bam. He used to be a fucking Marine. He was like a big fucking guy, and he asked me, do you have giant balls? And he asked me, like, seriously. You know why? Because I do have some fucking confidence. You know what? I think that if I have the right strategy and I employ the right strategy and I stay away from the fear, I think I could certainly become famous. Not only that, I think I could become and could maintain a good influence, like maybe an Alan Watt or whatever, whoever might be a good influence. I think I could maintain a good influence for people. I think I could become famous and I could maintain a good influence for people. And I could potentially be... I'm not saying I'm gonna fucking take it all down, but I think I could potentially be a help in taking down just the evil that's fucking taking over our world, like the fucking Diablo keeps taking over this fucking world. And it's like, well, the devil is the ruler of this fucking world, Matt, and the fact that you're calling him the Diablo, that's fucking the Spanish propaganda. Absolutely. I bet you, I wouldn't be surprised if all of that was accurate. Huh. And yet, oh, thawing. Yeah, what about that motherfucker? Thawing, absolutely. Yeah, I think we're thawing out right now. I'm gonna keep that one. What's that one? Oh, energy, I'm gonna keep that too. Let's put those in the fucking stash. Yeah, this is a fucking stream. We're getting on, man. Okay, we're putting this here. And we're putting this, where are we putting it? Underneath it. Okay. Let's put this away too. And let's keep another key. Can we put this key with the other key? No. Okay. Great. Okay. And now, let's try to find that portal in jail level 1, and maybe this time it'll be there. Maybe I was... Oh, fuck. Wait a second, can I go back to town? Is my, shit. Whatever, we can just fucking walk. Is my portal still there? I didn't shut the game off. Is my portal still there? Tell me it's... Yeah, baby, there's the fucking portal. Okay. Is there anything left to do in town? Okay, first of all... Great. Second of all, I don't know why it doesn't fucking replace it automatically, man. There it is. Okay, third of all... Do we want to sell... we sell everything here to Akara. If she has the gold, we have the fucking items. Let's do it. No more Mr. Nice Guy, no more fucking around, no more capitulating to people, or even like giving people the... After somebody has been so mean to you for so long, I don't want to say not giving the benefit of the doubt, because I want to remain honest at all times. But let's no more bow down to anybody who has any bad intentions whatsoever. It's like, well, doesn't everybody have some bad intentions? Perhaps. But in their bad intentions, let's not bow down to them. Let's not bow down to their bad intentions, okay? How about that? And I'm sorry, fucking whatever negative forces want to attack me. You can take down the fucking internet, maybe if you want, but I have not turned this stream off personally until it gets to fucking 2 hours. And beyond that, actually 2 hours and 5 minutes, because we're adding 5 minutes for being late. That's what we're fucking doing here. Anyone else want to fucking lower their standards? Fine. Not on my watch. Not my standards, motherfucker. You say not my president? I say not my president as well, actually. But what I really say is not my fucking standards. You don't lower my standards. No. That would be a defeat for me, and you don't get to fucking win. Or I don't lose, alright? I don't fucking lose. Not on my watch, motherfucker. No. The way I lose is to lower my standards, and I'm not fucking losing today. Honesty and goodness. Those are my standards. That's the beginning, and that's the end of it. Honesty and goodness. If either of those is not good enough for you, if you don't like a little honesty with your fucking pudding, then you go back to your father, who is the devil. Jesse Lee Peterson. There you go. Wow, Matt, you got a big fucking swing of confidence, like the fucking Viagra, fucking, not Viagra, but the other thing. He's got a big new swing of confidence. I remember that from that fucking commercial when I was a fucking kid. Okay, whatever. Oh, what? The town portal's still fucking here? Okay. Wait a didn't I go back? Oh, no, I went from the Black Marsh. If I go to the town through this, will it disappear? Is it worth fucking checking? Fuck you, flies. I hate you. Oh, Matt, you shouldn't hate anybody. Okay, so that I can fucking be, face the fucking whipping gales of the hatred of people who aren't honest either. I'm not saying aren't honest either as in I'm one of the ones who's not honest. I'm saying aren't honest either in terms of they hate me and also they aren't honest. Why am I... Oh, and then they hate people who hate people? I think this world needs a lot more fucking hate. Because this world needs a lot more fucking honesty. And right now we have a lot of fucking fear, and that's stopping a lot of people from identifying the bad people in the fucking room. Or the people with bad intentions. Because I don't know if anyone's inherently bad, but I tell you, there are people who do not have fucking high standards. For goodness and truth. Oh, high standards for what? For goodness and truth. Those are the high standards. Okay? And there are people who don't have that shit. Most people, actually. And those people are going to tell people like me, I hate you because you hate people. It's like, no, fuck you, motherfucker. You do hate me. You also hate people. You have double standards, so you'll perfectly be fine with hating people yourself, but you hate people just for the fact that they hate people. You know what? I hate evil. That might put me at odds with you, motherfucker. Okay. Next fucking question. Wow, Matt, you're fucking mad. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because this fucking milquetoast shit... I'll tell you who wasn't a fucking milquetoast. Jesus Christ, as he presented in the Bible, was no fucking milquetoast. Guess what? I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but I think he might be a good example to follow, and you might point to him and say, you should be more forgiving. I'm infinitely forgiving. I'll tell you what, I am infinitely forgiving. Literally, there's a person in the world who lied to me, well, he didn't, I'm sure he lied to me, but he lied about me to the FBI to try to get my sentence longer and his sentence reduced. So at this point, I should not forgive the government, one, and I should not forgive him, two. You know what? Well, I don't forgive the government because the government is like just sort of an evil philosophy, so I'm not going to tell you the government's good. While someone is in the government, they are practicing evil. So, I'm not saying you have to repent to be forgiven, but I am saying if someone continues to be in the government, they continue to not be my friend, period. Oh, is that illegal for me to say? They're not my friend if they're in the government. And so, but I certainly forgive people. The guy who fucking lied about me to the government, I forgive him. Every fucking person in the government who like tried to destroy me for that because it was a fucking convenient thing even though it made no sense, I forgive them for that. I forgive those people for that. You know why? I don't fucking respect the fucking the divine right of kings. That's what the fucking government is. I've said it 1,000 times now. I don't respect the divine right of kings. You know why? Because you ain't have no fucking divine right if you're saying killing babies is good. That ain't no fucking... That's not coming from God. That's coming from the devil. And you guys are liars too. And the quickest way to tell somebody who's not very interested in goodness, if they're dishonest. So you're telling me they represent God? Absolutely not. They represent maybe the God of this world, if the devil is, but they don't represent God. No. And I forgive any person, but I don't. I'm not going to say a system of evil is good, because that's not a person. That's a system. And if you're continuing to act within that system, you are continuing to work for that system and for that evil. I might forgive you as a person. I will infinitely forgive you. You can hit me in the fucking face 49 times. I will forgive you. 49 times. 7 times 7. I'll forgive you and I'll forgive you more. But I'm also going to fucking speak honestly. And I'm going to say things where you might be like, Matt, that's not the meek. That's not the forgiveness. It's like, you know what? No. That's the fucking Jesus of Revelation where he says, if you are, I'd rather you be hot or cold. If you are lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. That's that Jesus. And I will acknowledge, David R. Hawkins, right? But David R. Hawkins says in, I think, either Truth versus Falsehood or the Map of Consciousness Revealed, he says something along the lines of like, you know, like Revelation actually is not, does not have the same ring of truth as the other things. Like, he says Revelation is actually like basically... He suggests that it's a fabricated document. Maybe it is. I don't know. But what I'll tell you is that the Jesus of the Bible, and not just Revelation, is a Jesus that's like, you know what? You're fucking bringing money changing into my Father's house? I will fucking whip you. Jesus fucking whipped people in the Bible. He fucking whipped a guy in a fucking synagogue or whatever. And by the way, what did somebody say in the New Testament? The Star of Solomon. The Star of Solomon or the Star of Satan. The fucking, the this, I won't say much more. In the New Testament, you can look it up yourself. I think they call that the Star of Satan. I'm not saying all people of a certain thing are bad, or even that certain thing is bad. That's part of the fucking Bible. But what I am saying is that Jesus took no fucking prisoners, man. He forgave, but he was also very honest. And, nobody likes an honest man, because if you got an honest man in the room, he will be honest about you, too. Yeah, he will. And then it may look like hate, and you may say, I hate hate. And it's like, you know what? You are a hateful person, and you just are showing your double standards and your dishonesty. Or your lack of consistency, anyway. Whereas... I'll sit here and I'll fucking play Diablo 2 and I'll tell you exactly what's wrong with this world and why this game pushes the same fucking propaganda that you see 20 years later all over the place. This game pushes it first. And yet it's a gorgeous game. And there's a lot of true beauty in it. And where there is beauty, there is at least something there. There's at least something there. Where there's beauty, where there's care... even where there's care, because someone could care a lot about, like, the shit they see on MSNBC. Oh, I care a lot. Well, actually, you don't care a lot, because none of it pans out beyond, like, 2 fucking sentences. You hit a double standard right away, so you actually don't care that much. But where there's actual care, and where there's actual beauty, there is some fucking good. Right? I don't want to get my fucking definitions of words. Like, what is good, what's care, what's beauty, whatever. Start with truth, that's it. Truth is not complicated. This is something true or false, that's it. Start there and you'll have a good idea. That's it. And then you'll see through people like fucking paper. Well, I mean, I guess you can't always see through paper necessarily, but you'll see through people like a fucking window. That's what you'll see through. The more honest you are, the easier it is to see through every fucking person you come across in a given day. That doesn't mean you're gonna become fucking rich. That doesn't mean people are gonna like you. That doesn't mean anything good's gonna happen for you. In fact, your life may seem to get just fucking horrible. But I'll tell you what, you will be able to see through every fucking person in the room very clearly and very easily, because all it takes is some honesty. Then you ask a couple questions. What is this person's fucking... What rewards are they going for? Why is this person behaving in this way? Very quickly, especially if you keep track of what they say and how it doesn't match up with other shit, or you know shit to be false and then they parrot that shit. It's like, you very quickly see who's honest and who's dishonest. And from there, you very quickly see who's devoted to goodness and who's devoted to something else. That's my name. Like fucking asshole Alec Baldwin says in the great movie Glengarry Glen Ross. My watch costs more than your car. That's my name. And I'm not saying I'm a rich man, but what I am saying is, point to something fucking real, motherfucker. That's my name. Point to something real. That's my motherfucking name. Okay, let's go to the fucking jail and let's see if we can find a portal. Because I want to find that portal, man. Give me some portals, man. Okay. I'm basically a sorcerer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got the whole fucking team here. You can't beat me, motherfucker. You try. I mean, maybe you can. That might not be a totally accurate statement. Not even a totally honest one, because I'm sure somebody could beat me. But in this game right now with these enemies, you're probably not going to beat me. And I apologize for any dishonesty that was there. And I'm man enough to fucking admit it. You know, like Eminem said, and he's a fucking dishonest, you know, as Eminem said, as Matt McKinley said, another MM, you know, Eminem's a horrible fucking person. But he's an empowered person, and he has a lot of good shit to say, nevertheless. If you can parse out the good from the bad, Eminem might help you supremely. Even when he says in the song Venom, that not only was on the Venom soundtrack, I think, but was featured also, I think later, as the last song on Kamikaze. And if he puts a song on his album from a fucking song about a fucking Spider-Man villain on his album and he makes it the last song, that's something to pay attention to. Because his last songs are meaningful. And in the song Venom, Eminem says, I ruined your life and probably your parents' lives too. That's the guy we're talking about. And yet, he's got a lot of good shit to say if you can just parse it out. So yeah, fuck evil. How about that? Fuck evil. I should write that at the bottom. Am I allowed to write fuck down there where it says let go? How about fuck evil? Fuck dishonesty, fuck evil. And if it's a Fed watching me, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you, man. You're trying to fucking find shit on me, you'll find a guy playing video games and talking about what's good and what's not. That's it. That's all you find from me. Because that's all there is. Well, I mean, that's not all there is, but in terms of like what you're looking for, that's all there is. Because that's all there is. So, yeah. It's like, oh, Matt, you're paranoid. What, some feds watching you? It's like, you get a fucking federal conviction, man, and then tell me I'm fucking paranoid. That's what I got for speech crimes. Speech. The thing that you're supposed to have unabridged according to the First Amendment. Not the Second, not the Third, not the Fourth. The First Amendment. That's what I got sent to jail for federally. So you know what? You keep fucking looking, motherfucker. But I hope you don't make shit up, because I'm really changing my life now, and it would really be a fucking hurdle. Or maybe it's not, but it might fucking be a little bit of a hurdle for me for somebody to fucking make up just more shit about it. And if you continue to watch my stream, you will continue to see exactly what I'm presenting. You know why? Because I am a fucking consistent motherfucker. The most consistent you've ever fucking seen. In fact, I'll say, whoever's watching this, I'm probably the most honest person you've seen all day. Maybe if you went over and watched the Synthetic Man stream, he seems pretty honest, but there are things I'd point out about what he says where it's like, I think you're wrong on that. I think you're just, like, not even dishonest. I think he's mistaken on some things. And that doesn't necessarily speak to dishonesty in the moment so much as it speaks to a level of honesty that hasn't been maintained for a long enough time. And I'll tell you what, Synthetic Man's like 5 years younger than I am. I'm like, what am I? What year is it? 2025? I'm 35. I'm 35. Synthetic Man, by the time you're 35, I think you'll be... Maybe you'll have as much understanding as I do. I hope that you fucking do. I hope you have it fucking today. But if you don't have it today, I hope you have it by the time you're my age. And then you're not behind in the race because I'm older than you are and I've gotten to this point. 5 years ago, I think I'd listen to Synthetic Man and I'd basically be like, yeah, you're basically right on everything. Give him 5 years, I think he's basically an anarchist. Not an anarchist in a scary way. Not an anarchist in a way where it's like, oh, you're part of a group. I mean a person who doesn't agree with the state, period. And points out that a monopoly on force is just fucking hilarious. Or it would be hilarious if so many people's lives were fucking destroyed. Mine included, although not totally, but, you know, they certainly threw some obstacles my way, so not destroyed. But my uncle and me, obstacles thrown our way for nothing. He got fucking felony for drunk driving, I got a felony for speech crimes. Neither of those things should be a fucking crime, not to mention a fucking felony. Both of us, difficulty getting jobs ever since then. He, a rich fucking upstanding man before that. After that, he's not looking so good. That's what the government does. So if a Fed is watching this, you are responsible for shit like that. And fuck the shit out of you, motherfucker. Alright? But I forgive you. I forgive you personally, but please quit your fucking job. Because you are literally helping no one. You're not helping anyone. Or the people you're helping are just the people who have all the money and all the fucking guns. You're just fucking helping your masters. You're not helping any fucking person. You're not helping any fucking person that your masters pretend to help. Alright? So if you're watching this shit, man, I wish you the best. And by the best, I mean the best. And that would mean that you turn from your sins, and that would mean that you quit your fucking job. Because you're not helping anybody except your fucking controllers, you fucking asshole. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Can we find a portal?
No way. Bars can't hold a force of nature.
Yeah, bars can't hold me, motherfucker. Okay. Well, they can, actually. They can and they have. But, not in all ways. Let's just say that. And not in any fucking criminal way, quote unquote. I mean not in all ways, like spiritually, honestly, real fucking ways. Real fucking ways where you're a good fucking person and you stand a chance of having a good fucking impact in the world, unlike somebody who walks around with a fucking gun under the auspices of a country that nobody fucking agrees with anymore, even the fucking people in this country. Nobody. Here's a fucking newsflash for you motherfuckers. Nobody likes the government anymore. Everybody sees through your shit on some level, but then there are a bunch of fucking NPCs who will who will let you paste them enough for you to fucking rape the shit out of them and steal their money too. That's how good of a person you are, motherfucker. But that's if a Fed's watching this. If it's a real person, great. Then thank you. And I hope you'll take my words to heart. Because this is coming from real fucking experience. I've been through a lot of shit to tell you this shit, motherfucker. Now let's find this portal if there is one. Is this going to be the same map? Yeah, look, it's already filled out. See, I told you. But let's... Can we get a portal in here? Did I, like, pass by the portal? Because they said jail level 1. This is jail level 1. So there should be a portal, right?
It's locked.
Yeah, well, this is where the keys would come in handy. Well, you know what? I am the keeper of the 7 keys. I'll tell you the 7 keys if that's what they mean. I'll tell you them right now. I'll tell you. I might even be able to tell you them in order. Hold on, though. Hold on. Let's clear out this, and then I'll tell you the fucking 7 keys. If that's what Halloween meant. Halloween, yeah. German fucking German power metal band. I believe it's one of the big 4 of German power metal or whatever. Halloween. You know, Blind Guardian would probably be on that list. If they're not, maybe it's because they're newer or whatever. They're not that new, though. Oh, here we go. Here's the fucking portal. This is the portal room. Okay. This is where the portal is. It's gotta be, right? Probably. See, did you see me aim that fucking rolling ball through that door? Did you see me fucking do that? I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here, but I am saying, if you want to discount me, watch me fucking do some shit that'll blow your mind, alright? I don't know. I don't want to be too arrogant, but what I am saying is, I've had enough of being discounted for my fucking virtue. No more. Well, it'll probably happen more. It'll probably happen a lot more. But I'm done fucking capitulating to any of it. What is that? I don't even know what that is. We got a light healing potion over here? Ain't worth it, motherfucker. Okay, where's the portal? Come on. Oh, is there a portal over there? I think we found our portal. Did we? Let's see. Yeah, I will tell you, if you want a game where you feel like a badass, play Diablo. Play Diablo for a little while. Any Diablo, maybe, but certainly Diablo 2. Probably Diablo 1. Probably Diablo 3 and 4. Play, maybe not 4, because that's so fucking full of microtransactions and shit. Check out Josh Strife Hayes' Diablo Immoral. Well, that's for Diablo Immortal, I guess. But check out Josh Strife Hayes talking about Diablo. I'm not certain Diablo 4 is a good fucking thing for you. Oh, wait, is that the portal up there? I think that might be the portal over there. Why did I not activate it? Okay, let's go check that out. That one didn't go through the door, see? Because they don't always do that. But if you aim them correctly, they might. If you aim them well. By the way, I had a good realization last night. Accuracy is more important than precision. How about that? Think about that. Is accuracy not more important than precision? You might say, well, it's subjective, Matt. More important for what? It's a conditional imperative. Immanuel Kant, it's a conditional imperative. It's not categorical, it's conditional. Based on what is accuracy better than precision? Well, I'll tell you what, I think it actually might be categorical because by definition, accuracy means that you hit the mark you were looking for. Precision means that you hit precisely where you were going. But without accuracy, that means that it's without having hit what you were looking for. And if it's between hitting what you were looking for or hitting something in precisely a certain way, I think you probably want to hit what you're looking for before you work on how precise it is. Accuracy is more important than precision. How about that, motherfucker? And that's not like fun for me to say necessarily either, if that is true. Maybe I don't want to necessarily stand behind that 100%, but to whatever extent that's true, that's not necessarily fun for me to say because I'm a precision guy. I'm a guy who will get real fucking perfectionistic to the point where I'm suffering for 8 hours in a fucking row. That's how perfectionistic I'll fucking get. But I'll say, perfectionism is the precision. I think perfectionism is sort of precision without necessarily regard to accuracy. Well, no. Perfectionism, I think, is precision and accuracy. But, you know, if you didn't get the accuracy, where's your fucking precision going? It's going somewhere else. You're not hitting the fucking target. You're hitting something else, but you're hitting it exactly as you intended. So in that case, if you're precise but inaccurate, then you kind of have a double think going on because you intend one thing, but you hit another exactly as you intended to. Come back for more life advice. Well, is it life advice that's going to get me rich? Actually, I think it probably will if you use it in a certain way, but the emphasis is not getting rich. The emphasis is goodness and truth. That's the fucking emphasis. And actually, no, truth and goodness, not the other way around. Goodness could be the broader thing, and you could say goodness is within truth, or truth is within goodness, rather. But if you forgo truth, then you're probably also forgoing. I'd say actually truth is the building block of goodness. Or if truth isn't there, goodness isn't either. So if you start at truth, it may seem circuitous. But if you start at truth, you'll be where you want to be. If you start at an idea of goodness, but you forgo truth, then you might think you're doing good, but actually you're doing evil, and you're calling it good because you didn't have truth as part of. You didn't have truth right there at the beginning. All right. Now what's this fucking thing? Is this a portal? Yes! Yes! Oh, I could have gone to it last time, apparently. Okay, well now it's activated. Let's go back to town. This is our celebratory... Wait. Let's go back to the town. This is celebration. We're back in town. Oh yeah. And now, I think we just go further down and we get to the catacombs. Because look at this. Catacombs level 2, we're looking for the catacombs. I don't know if it's level 1 or 2, whatever. Catacombs level 2, that's below jail level 1. Alright? So there you go. Now let me clear my throat. What rapper is that? Let me clear my throat. What rapper is that? I don't know. Anyway, God didn't give you a spirit of fear. How about we go back to that one? At least according to the Bible, and I gotta tell you, whether the Bible is totally accurate or not, or manipulated or not, Damien Eccles, high magician, says the Bible is like a book of high magic. What did the Bible say? I think the Bible says somewhere, God did not give you a spirit of fear. Did I say truth at any point? In any case, God did not give you a spirit of fear. Jesus said the truth shall set you free, so let me fucking undo me misquoting the other thing if I did. But God did not give you a spirit of fear. So if you're afraid, you might want to check. If you're feeling fear, I'm not saying caution. Caution is more of a mental thing. It can be neutral. You can neutrally have caution. You can neutrally stand by the side of a road and say, I will cautiously not walk in the middle of the road while a car is coming. That can be neutral. But if you have fear, that might be the literal fucking spirit of the devil. So are you afraid? I'm not saying you're evil if you're afraid, but I'm saying be wary of following whatever that fear would lead you to. How about that? How about that? Matt, did you eat today? I have not eaten a single thing today. Not a single bit of food has passed my lips today. And I'm not trying to, I'm not specifically doing a fast. I'm dealing with flies, and I don't want to prepare food and then flies are gonna fucking eat it. I might go all of today without eating anything. That's how fucking much I don't want to fucking deal with these flies while I'm eating. It's like, what, are you gonna fucking starve to death? Well, I said it's me or the fucking flies. It's not gonna be me in terms of a bad outcome. So no, I'm not gonna starve to death. Like Tim Rogers says, I won't say the first part because I don't really like it, but like Tim Rogers said, I will not die hungry. At least not in this case. Oh, Matt, you seem like an extremist. Okay. Am I? What extremist has Wherever You Go There You Are by John Kabat-Zinn on the fucking table ready for you? What extremist has that? If I'm an extremist for any one thing, there's only one thing, and that would be for truth. Anyway. Hey, I fucking welcome all people. If I can get fucking 50 feds watching my stream at once, that's 50 fucking people. If it's not a fed, even better. I don't want to call that shit into my reality, actually, so let's stop talking about it. Because I'll give you bluster all day, but one thing that the government does not need to fuck with you is the truth. They don't need the truth at all. So if they don't like you enough, they can fuck with you without it. They can just say whatever, and whose word goes? The word of them goes. Oh, what's the evidence for that, Matt? How about literally like 50 pages of lies, actually. Or 50 pages of inaccuracy, 50 pages of untruth. But then beyond that, many other untruths, or just things that aren't entirely accurate, being presented against me in a court setting, and nobody ever fucking saying anything about it. Because you know what? The court isn't about the fucking truth. The court is about how much they can fuck you in the ass. That's what they're about, alright? And then maybe they send you to a jail where somebody actually does that. And if one of their people does it, you can bet they're not fucking being brought up on charges. So, I'm not saying they're gonna actually do it personally. But if they did, you can bet they're fucking safe. You know who's not safe? You! You! You, Soldier Boy. You know the Soldier Boy song? You know who's not safe? You, from them. Oh, they're my protectors? No, they are your danger. They are your danger. And they don't care a shit about truth, and it doesn't matter what the truth is. If they dislike you enough, they'll take what they can and fuck you hard. So, okay. God bless America, and I say that truly because America could fucking use it. Actually, America couldn't use it. America's the name of fucking state mafia system. But the people in whatever area that would be referred to as under their rule, not God's rule, their rule, but they have the divine right, right? Because somebody else fucking gave them the right, right? It's all somebody else gave me the right. Either God gave me the right or somebody else did. It's a democracy or it's a kingship. Somebody else gave me the right, but certainly not God, actually. Okay. Yeah, anyway. You could say we've evolved as people. You might even say literally, you might use the word evolution. I'm not a big fan of that word. I've, as people have said, I've never seen a monkey halfway to being a person. I've never seen anything halfway to being anything else. And I know that's fucking very reductionistic. I know it's like, well, of course you don't know it's halfway to being something else. It's like, I'm just saying. I don't know if evolution is true. But you could say that people have progressed morally to the point where they need to use more sophisticated fucking lies and not just say it's the divine right of kings. They need to somehow convince people that other people have given these people the right to rule over you and to make the rules for you and to take money from you and to throw you in jail if you say anything about it, even if you have the First Amendment supposedly protecting you, supposedly provided by that group of people. Because I'll tell you what, I'm living proof. The First Amendment won't protect you for fucking shit. You can say words, and those words can be used against you. Doesn't matter if you have the fucking First Amendment. Alright? Or look at the show Trial with Alex Jones. I'm not saying he's not a puppet, but what I am saying is they showed you for months, I think, or for weeks or whatever, that if you criticize the story of like a certain school event, you can be sued by the government, I think, or under the auspices of the government and on all their propaganda stations for millions of dollars. Even if Jones is a puppet, they were sending you a message. You as a person, don't you fucking question what we tell you, or we will sue you. That's what they say. That's what the government says. And then they say you have the freedom of speech. It's a joke. Okay. Where are these fucking flies? It's all a fucking big joke. As Daniel Craig says in Road to Perdition, actually, it's also fucking hysterical. I remember that when I was a fucking kid. Yeah. I saw that shit in theaters. I came out of that theater saying, I think that's my favorite movie. You know why? Because Road to Perdition is good. Sam Mendes, by the way, who later directed Daniel Craig in Skyfall and Inspector, which is great, and maybe even in No Time to Die. Oh no, that was, what's his name? That was Denis Villeneuve, right? In any case, Spectre and Skyfall, Sam Mendes, same guy who directed the same guy before he ever became James Bond, before anyone knew who he was. But I remembered him in that movie when I was a kid watching it in the theaters. It's also fucking hysterical. You know what? It is. It really is. It is funny. It is really funny. It's really funny what people believe. It is. Anyway, okay, let's take a breather, and then let's go back to jail. But not real jail. I mean jail in this game. If it's real jail for me, it'll be for something I didn't fucking do, or something somebody made up about me through their paranoia. Alright? Because all I do is I speak the truth, And I speak in favor of love and peace and honesty. And that's the kind of guy that the government can't have around. Thank you guys. Thank you for your service, you fucking assholes. Actually, I don't even want to be sarcastic. No thank you for your service, because it's not service, it's taking advantage of people. Fuck you. Fuck you, assholes. Fuck you. Oh, Matt, you seem kind of negative. You seem kind of like a hater. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. If I'm angry at someone, I personally hope that there's a reason, and I think you could probably fucking bet there's a reason. If I'm opposed to someone, or like someone's opposing me, you can fucking bet they're coming from a place of evil, because I conduct my life based on honesty and goodness. Period. Period. Yeah, Mark Passio, the period people, whatever. That's the end of that fucking statement. I won't do the full stop shit, because that's clearly fucking propaganda terminology. But certainly period. Oh, it's fun. What, propaganda terminology? Yeah, full stop. They started saying that when they fucking shut down the world over a fake fucking thing. And then everyone starts saying full stop. That's funny, isn't it? Well, it's really not that unexpected if you pay attention to the propaganda language. It's not. Man, I can't wait to get... I cannot wait to get to live on my own, to select my own people around me, and to say, you know what? If you are around me, it's because I want you to be around me. Once I start living on my own and making my own money, supporting myself, you know what? Then it becomes... Matt's the one who decides whether you're in his life or not. It's like, well, Matt, why don't you just fucking move away? It's like, man... I mean, I could literally fucking, like, you know, just move away today, but... basically, I'm in the process. As Tony Robbins says, unless you're in the process, I'm in the process. And hopefully, actually, let's just say, stay tuned for tomorrow's 7 to 9 stream. I might have some good news. And I don't want to get any fucking Fed salivating about that. Oh, we can fucking shut him down before he is able to fucking finally change his fucking life. I don't wish you the best, and I don't wish you luck for trying to shut me down before I fucking positively change my life. But I guess certain people will just keep doing what they're gonna do, and hopefully they stop doing it. To me and to all other victims. Oh, Matt, yeah, you're a victim. It's like, yeah, I am a fucking victim. You're probably a victim too. I don't want to live my life in the victim philosophy. I don't want to live my life in disempowerment. But I'll tell you who's the most disempowered person in the room. It's probably the person who says you're a victim when somebody brings up a real grievance. They say mockingly you're a victim. That person is disempowered. And so, ironically, they are a victim. But they have the victim mindset, but they're also an actual victim. It's sad, because they're still a victim, and then they just put some shittiness and dishonesty over it. Okay. We'll sell that bow and we will go back to the jail. Great. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah, let's fucking do it. I don't know. I think I put on an entertaining stream. I think I put on a good stream. I think I've got shit that'll change your fucking life. And it's not all originated by me. I got fucking Tony Robbins CDs all over the fucking place. You look behind me, part of what you're seeing back there are fucking Tony Robbins Personal Power 2 CD cases. Because I literally bought it. I literally bought the CD cases, the CDs of that fucking program. And I'm just about done with it. This might be the last week. This ain't all coming from me. I didn't think up all this stuff on my own. But I've put stuff together throughout my long fucking journey. And that stuff can really, I think, can really fucking help me and also anyone who listens to me. And I think it's entertaining. I think it's a very worthwhile... If you're watching a stream, I think mine is very worthwhile. And I thank anyone for watching it. Even a fet. But hopefully they're not, because that's not good news for me. Okay, let's go. Or, I mean, it might not be bad news, but it's certainly, like, you know, it doesn't seem to have a positive thing. Okay. So right now, I'll tell you what we're doing. In fact, I'm going to play the audio for you. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do 5 to this and 10 to the one above it. Fuck you, monster. Oh, well, whatever. Deathclaw, Fallout 4. Yeah, whatever. Fallout. Oh, wow. He ran right in front of my boulder. Thank you. Okay. Yes, we're resummoning the Raven. The Raven always dies. I don't even know what he fucking does, but I will keep resummoning him because I want my whole team. Hold on. Actually, I can pick a new skill. What is this? What is that? See that underneath them? It's like the loading thing? What is that? Or it's like sun symbolism? Oh, a ring. Great. Here we go. What do we got? We got a ring. Yeah, we're not taking that bow. Oh, there's some gold. Okay. That was a fly. Did I get him? I hope I did. I hope I did. I'm sad to say. I'm not, as I said, I'm not a killer of bugs by nature. I'd rather not kill bugs. These flies have created a problem, and now I solve that problem by killing the flies when I get a chance. And also by taking away the things that might attract them, etc. But I solved that problem by killing them. You know why? Partially because I have my fucking drink over here, and guess where they are? They're posted up on the fucking... You know what? I closed the fucking mug. I closed it and sealed it. You know why? Because I want to protect it from those fucking bastards. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, what? Hold on. I started to promise something, or I even did promise it, and then I got sidetracked. Hold on. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you gonna let me in here or not?
Not enough mana.
Okay, perfect. I used the last of my mana for that. Okay, and now we're gonna use the blue shit. Oh wow, I'm almost dead too. I literally almost died. Okay, great. Now, are you fucking what? Sometimes this game replaces these, sometimes it doesn't. Please just fucking be consistent. Please, don't make me fucking do this. Okay, hold on. What's this? Unidentified? Well, I've got a solution for that. If I can fucking do it. Ring of Change. Hold on. 12% better chance of getting magic items. Probably sell it. Mace plus 50% damage on... I haven't been picking up much. It's like, oh, so you're gonna fucking keep an item that's not even blue? It's like, well, it has blue in it, but yeah, it's not like a blue named item. Wouldn't that be ironic? It's like, I don't want to waste space by picking up all these items, and then I just end up with like no items except for like a regular one to sell back. It's like I don't need more gold. I have 53,000. You know, I have enough gold for a while probably. I barely buy anything in this game, but yeah, let's pick up some more items, I guess. I have the ring. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, let's not get sidetracked again. So this is the audio for the mission. Let's listen to it. This is the mission we're on.
It is certain that we face the demon queen, Andariel, who has corrupted the rogue sisterhood and defiled their ancestral mother.
Shit, hold on. We got fucking, exigencies, contingencies? We got shit going on. Okay, now let's try to unbothered do this.
It is certain that we face the demon queen, Andariel, who has corrupted the rogue sisterhood and defiled their ancestral monastery.
What does that mean?
This does not bode well for us, my friend. Ancient Horadric texts record that Andariel and the other lesser evils once overthrew the three prime evils, Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal, banishing them from hell to our world. Here they caused mankind untold anguish and suffering before they were finally bound within the Soul Stones. Andariel's presence here could mean that the forces of hell are once again aligned behind Diablo and his brothers. If this is true, then I fear for us all. You must kill her before the monastery becomes a permanent outpost of hell, and the way east lost forever.
Okay, so there you go. Basically, that's the mission. We're going to fight Andariel. And that tells me that the other three names would be the boss of each of the coming 3 chapters. Because look, this is about the sisterhood, whatever, then it's probably going to amp up. It's going to amp up a little more, and then it's going to be like the final catharsis. You fight Diablo, you win. Probably. And I'm feeling better about this game because I have some sense of where we're going. Which is interesting. It's kind of like, they talk about foreshadowing. It's like, you kind of hope for foreshadowing, just to have a sense of like what's going on, because otherwise you feel like you're just walking in circles, especially in a game with somewhat repetitive gameplay. But you've got all these fucking spells, and by the way, actually, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna open this door. Oh, there's a. Where's the shaman? Where's the shaman? No shaman. Okay, good. Okay, now we're gonna, maybe we're gonna level up the Raven. Ooh, I can do a Twister now? Ooh, that would be so fucking... Oh, Cyclone Armor. Wait. Okay, so I have to get Cyclone Armor before I get Twister. Shit. Now, here's the thing. My animals are really fucking good. They basically become an invincible team that destroys the enemies for me. Now, can I get a new animal? Oh, I can get a new animal. Carrion Vine. Summon a vine that eats corpses and replenishes your life. There are actually added benefits beyond that, and I'll tell you why. I think there are because this game on PS4 has difficulty producing items. So you'll sometimes hear an item drop, but you won't see an item on the ground. Or even see it fall, or I think you can even see it fall, but you won't see it on the ground. Maybe not. But you'll certainly hear the sound effect. But the item won't be there. And I looked it up online. I think it's because, for some reason, with this 20-plus-year-old game now, but back when this game came out, at least like 15-plus-year-old game, I think. For some reason, this game is so taxing, even in its remake, whatever, or its remaster. It's not a remake, but it's a remaster, I guess. Even in the Resurrected Edition, still, it's so taxing to the PS4 that the PS4 can't produce all the items that fall on the ground. Now, that may reveal a stark difference between the power of any, like, home console, or at least the PS4, and just a given PC. Even a PC from the early 2000s. Maybe a PC from the early 2000s just had a way better, easier time, rather, of keeping track of all the items that fell down. But in any case, if this animal eats the corpses that fall and gives me health from the corpses, another benefit might be that fewer items will disappear because there's less stuff demanding on the CPU. Just as I found that fewer items disappeared when I turned down some of the settings. So that might be a really good thing, even for like a CPU reason. A CPU meta reason, that is a good thing. You know, maybe. I don't know. Hold on. I'm letting go here. Sorry. I'm letting go. By the way, if you want a reference to another streamer who's into spirituality, at least a little bit, Happy Hob. He referenced, years ago, he referenced Kuladasa as not only like someone he had like, learned from, but like literally a personal meditation teacher of his. The Happy Hob, Dark Souls streamer. First guy to do a no-hit, like, entire series run of Dark Souls, I think. And plus, like, what, Demon Souls and then Bloodborne as well. He did like a no-hit run of all 5 of those games. And then I think he added Sekiro and did the same thing. Then I think he might have added Elden Ring at this point and did the same thing. Maybe not. That guy, he references a guy I have a book in the other room of, and that I've mentioned the book online of. The Mind Illuminated. It's a very complex, very in-depth, by far the most like dense meditation book I've ever seen. Where it's like here are like long fucking detailed chapters about like exactly specifically the technique we're telling you to do, and we're explaining it very deeply. And the technique goes like you have stages of it, and like I don't know what stage he ended up being on or whatever, but I'm trying to get a fly. That's not me hitting myself. It's me taking out a fly. Well, I mean, it's not me hitting myself to hit myself. It's to get the fly. Anyway. This book is super fucking complex. And yet, that meditation technique, if you just even do the basic one, you're going to be like, oh my god. I'll tell you what, this fucking shit, it's powerful. And that's what the Happy Hob does, and he's the guy who did the no-hit run. It's like, oh, Matt, yeah, you're crazy with all your spirituality. Okay. Ask Happy Hob. Ask any fucking famous person, actually. I bet maybe every single one of them will be like, yeah, I'm into some fucking occult shit. Maybe every single one of them. You know why? Because it's fucking law of attraction shit. It's because if you fucking get to that level, and I'm not saying these people are good, but I'm saying if you get to that level of like success, even in a relative sense, that speaks to a very dramatic use of the spiritual laws of the universe. It's like what, Matt? It's just fucking money. It's just fucking, playing this game a lot. It's just being a good showman. Okay. Talk to any fucking one of them. Go to any fucking interview with any fucking one of them. Even your like Richard Dawkins type characters, I don't think he's still alive, but even your Richard Dawkins atheist people, they'll probably still like say like, well, yeah, there are some deep like fundamentals to like, being as successful as I am. In any case, Happy Hob, Mind Illuminated. You want to be like the Happy Hob. You could do worse than checking out the Mind Illuminated. I don't know. All these fucking flies, man. I just want to have a good fucking night, you fucking assholes. Okay, whatever. I'm not even that antagonist. Or I'm not that aggravated, let's say, by the flies. I guess I'm entirely antagonistic towards them at this point, but I'm not that aggravated. But it is annoying. Like, it just does feel like another fucking feature of the universe trying to hold me down. Or perhaps just another feature of the universe trying to say, hey, here's your baggage. You are available to be fucked with emotionally based on this. And these flies are here to show you where you fucking still have places where you are fuck-withable. And if you let that go, it's not like suppression. If you actually let that go and you become clear, like in Scientology, or you become basically like with no points of friction whatsoever, then nobody can fuck with you. Because then there's nothing to hit. Mentally, at least, and emotionally. And if there's nothing to hit there, then they can hit you physically, of course, as anyone ever could have, but in terms of like mental and emotional, it's like you're bulletproof, man. So just let go of everything. And what is it? What's my message the entire time? It's right down there, guys. Let go. That's it. Write it on a piece of paper, put it in your pocket, have that be your modus operandi. You will get, if you don't get where you like think you'd like to be now, well, you'll be able to get there. You know, you'll be able to if you decide to, but you may end up being like, yeah, I'd like to get there, but like what I'm really interested in is this. And then you'll have the ability to do whatever you want. But you may think like, you know what, like that's just putting my energy in a certain direction that I don't feel like it's the best to put. I don't know, man. Abraham Lincoln, or whoever had the actual quote, but I think in a Tony Robbins book he says Abraham Lincoln for this one. Whether you think you can or you think you can't do something, you're right. Oh, wait a second. We didn't get our new animal companion. Let's fucking do that. Why not? Skill tree. Okay, so we can get this. Now, I'm not thrilled about the aesthetic value of, oh, just another fucking worm crawling through the ground, because I've already got one. I'm not thrilled about that, but it's... Actually, that's a good question. Matt, do you want to go for like what would be kind of fun and kind of cool, or do you want to go with what would be probably like most strategic for doing well in the game? That's a good question. I can also turn into a bear, but as I said in another stream, it leaves you without any other options than attacking or like whatever bear powers you might get. I don't know. When in werewolf or werebear, and then they each get fire claws. You know what? That's kind of cool. They have shared abilities, so at least you get a little more to do with each of them if you actually level it up. I get it. Okay, hold on. Man, I can't fucking... Well, I can deal with this. I have dealt with it. I've been dealing with it, actually, but... I'm not... Let's just say I'm not happy. I'm not thrilled to be dealing with this fucking negative spiritual opposition. Not thrilled. And, you know, but it's like, well, Matt, didn't you make a big fucking speech before about just pointing out the baggage? It's like, yeah. And so, okay. Could I let go of any reactions... Could I let go of any emotional resonance related to these event? Okay. Could I allow myself to welcome wanting security? Man, I fucking wish my life was better. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That was not me fighting a fly. That was me actually doing sort of like, I guess you could say sort of a power move mixed with like some magic with a K at the end. Mixed with just sort of like following my intuition. Maybe you could even say spontaneous yogic posturing or something. Spontaneous yoga postures. Whatever. Anyway, what we're doing here is we're picking our fucking new spell. And I think I'd like to actually improve this raven. I don't even know what it does. Peck out the eyes of your enemies? Yeah. Hold on. Okay. We're doing it. You know what? It's the sage. It's the most R2, L2, R1, L1. It's the most judicious one. It's the most judicious one. Okay, in terms of just like being effective in gameplay stuff, it's the most judicious one. Okay. And we will bind it to L2R1, and we are quickly running out of binding spaces, and that's fine, because I've got a spell that I'm not a big fan of. And let's fucking do it. What? Wait nope. Nope. Oh, fuck, I fucked something up. Yup, I just put it at regular R1. Shit. What was that? Okay, let's see what doesn't have a fucking binding. Okay. Now what doesn't have a binding? Oh, this one, okay. Yep, here we go. We're back. Chipped amethyst and a key. Okay, let's do it. There are a lot of locked chests. Actually, there is a lot of locked chests because it's a lot of, and lot is singular. But it just doesn't sound good. And it's just like when you're visualizing it, it's like the chests are multiple. The chests aren't just one fucking lot of chests. So, it doesn't really get the spirit right. Oh shit, wait a second. Oh, did my one vine get replaced with the other vine? Wait. Oh, okay. That's just a level up vine. Okay. Well, I guess I'll take off the earlier vine then. Fuck. Oh, fuck. He got me in slowdown mode. Luckily, my animal companions were not. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, man. But I'm looking forward to things being different. I'm really looking forward to having people around me who are encouraging and caring. Or just having nobody around me. Like, actually... I haven't had a big emphasis on, like, people around me. Like, I think maybe not, I don't know, maybe something is transmuting from me just feeling lonely, but I'm not sure about that. Like, I think I might just be, like, uncommonly, like, okay with being alone. Like, they call solitary confinement, like, I'll give you a specific example, actually. They call solitary confinement, like, torture after a certain amount of time. I literally, like, specifically asked to be put in solitary confinement in the second jail because it was so horrible in that, you know, in the Orange is the New Black style dormitory thing where everyone was and everyone was just irritating and horrible. If you got your own cell, that was your own fucking place, man. It was great. I mean, it wasn't great. It was horrible, but it was way better. It was a huge fucking improvement. And I would have done the same thing in the solitary unit of the other prison, except that when I requested to go there and then was taken there, I realized that the people there were actually, like, way more fucking annoying than people in the unit were. Like, way worse, actually. So in that case, the people were worse than solitary. In the other one, though, at least it was easier in solitary with the people. And you know what? From solitary, I'll give you a fucking little anecdote. The guy said, well, you know what, we'd like to send you to general population because we're, and this guy had been, like, an advocate for me. Like, he was a nice guy. He wasn't trying to fuck with me. Like, he was a nice guy. Like, you know, he was working for an evil system, but he was, like, one of the nice guys you'll find working for it. And, it's like, well, Matt, how does that square? Well, that's Masonic language. That's Masonic language that actually was used in a certain way when I was arrested, when they said, we'll get you squared away. All right, that's funny that they would use that specific term. Of all the terms they could have used, they went for the Mason one. But in any case, the FBI agent, no, it was the liaison to the FBI agent, but in a police liaison, so probably more likely to be a Mason. Maybe an FBI agent would be like a fucking 33rd level Mason, Grand Mason, I don't know. I'm not saying they were or they weren't. What I am saying, though, is that they use that terminology. But what I'm also saying is that he was a nice fucking guy. He was a really nice fucking guy. And I'd square it by saying plenty of people... I think there are plenty of people, because I seem really doom and gloom and judgmental. I think there are plenty of people who are, like, actually, like, they have a really good heart, or at least, like, like they're uncommonly nice in various ways. They're like in various ways they're uncommonly good, and yet they end up doing something where it's like you are working for evil, man. It's like you don't think there were like whatever like historical enemy you hate. Like you don't think there were good Nazis, you don't think there were good like communists or whatever. Like I'm sure there were really fucking nice people who even fucking advocated for their prisoners. And I'm not saying that that means that they're good or that it was good that people are put into prisons by these like totalitarian societies in whatever cases like they were. But what and in fact if they were in given cases, who knows. But what I am saying is that whatever the reality may be, I have seen people who are like nicer and meaner, plenty of fucking shitty ones, but I've seen like he was a really nice guy, and he told me we'd like to set if like I think he basically put it to me as like essentially like if you push back on this, like it's okay and we won't do it, but at the same maybe he didn't. In any case though, he was a nice guy who like really helped me out, just being a good person. And he was like, yeah, like, you know, we'd like to send you to general population. We don't think that, essentially, like, you're not a fucking, like, child molester. You're not like this. Hopefully the stream doesn't get taken down for me saying that. But you're not this, you're not that. You didn't look at certain things on the internet. You didn't do that. You sent somebody angry emails. We don't think that that's going to be something that, like, people might be put into protective custody for having. Because I said I was nervous the first jail I went to before I got moved to another one because somebody lied about me to the FBI. I said I was nervous. They asked like, "Are you nervous?" when I went in there, and I was like, "Yeah," or something like that. I was like, "Yeah, like I'm fucking scared. I don't know what to fucking expect. I didn't expect to fucking be here. I sent somebody some angry emails fucking more than a month ago. I don't even fucking remember his name." And they sent me to, thank God. They sent me to the... I mean, I don't know how it would have went elsewhere. Actually, arguably it would have been better elsewhere because there wouldn't have been somebody who lied about me, because PC is also known for snitches. And snitches aren't always honest. Maybe snitches are also people who are just likely to try to use the government, as a certain couple of guys seem to have been doing, multiple times over actually, in ways that may not be honest. And they're not trying to snitch on people because people did shit. They're trying to say this person did shit and it's believable enough that you will punish them and reward me. And that's what happened to me. And so that might not have happened if I wasn't in a PC unit. So maybe not, thank God for that. But in any case, I mean, it worked out well enough because here I am, and ultimately, like, I think ultimately I'm better than ever, actually. I mean, my life isn't necessarily better than ever, but I think it is about to turn around. But here I am, and I'm, like, generally okay. It's like, it worked out well enough. But, yeah, man. He's like, well, we'd like to send you to general population. Try that out. And I was like, all right. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, at that point in my time there, it was like, all right, like, I've heard enough. I've seen enough. I think I'd be fine, like, whatever, and just a regular, like, non-PC thing. But, of course, when you go to a regular non-PC thing, somebody in the unit knows. In this case, I know exactly who knew, because he was another guy who I had been in PC with, and he was in the fucking Gen Pop unit that I went to, and he was the guy, apparently, and he was, like, kind of a dishonest guy, etc., but whatever, he seemed like that. He was the guy who went to somebody else in the unit, and then came to tell me that, or it seemed, I imagine he was the guy who went to somebody else, because in any case, he was the guy who came to tell me, hey, yeah, they know that you were coming. He said, I think his words were, it's pretty obvious that you came from the PC unit, and, yeah, we want to see your papers. He might have put it like that. We want to see whatever. And then I showed him my, like, whatever, like, my court I showed him the shit that said why I was there. And then he took it over to this other guy, and this other guy, I watched this other guy look at it, and he was this, like, Hispanic guy who looked like sort of, almost like, not too dissimilar from, like, a Rob Trujillo of Metallica, like that kind of look, but maybe a little more squat. And he kind of looks over at me and, like, I don't know if he made a face or not, but I kind of, like, remember it as, like, him looking over and going, like, you know? I don't know. I don't think he actually did that, but like that's sort of what I remember. That's funny though. It's like, what, Matt, are you saying you have an inaccurate memory or an unreliable one? No, I'm saying that my memory is reliable enough that when I think of something like that, I'm pretty sure that's sort of just like kind of the sense I got rather than like his actual expression. But in any case, that guy came back over to me and he's like, yeah, you wrote some nasty things in those emails in so many words. He didn't say literally this, but the message was, you wrote some strange things in those emails, so we're just, we're not like some nasty things or something, so we're gonna ask you to go ask the guard to be taken back to PC. So literally, somebody came over to me who was in a PC unit with me prior, but he ended up going to Gen Pop, and maybe they didn't know he was in a PC unit prior. He comes over to me. Perhaps this is why he wanted me out of the unit. He was probably pushing for it, maybe, because he recognized me, and he might be like, oh, somehow Matt's going to reveal that I was in the PC unit, and they don't know, and that's bad for me, so let me tell them that he was in a PC unit, and then let me go over there and pretend like it's just obvious that he was, and then we're going to kick him out of the unit. But in any case, they asked me to leave. They said, go to the guard and tell him that you feel uncomfortable here. And so I did. I was like, all right. I was like, you know what? At this point, I do feel uncomfortable here. At this point, it seems like if I stay here, like someone might actually physically attack me. Maybe this is the reason why I was scared to come to jail in the first place or to be there. I didn't want to fucking go there anyway for sending fucking emails, First Amendment. Anyway, maybe this is why I was nervous to be there in the first place. And you know what? Maybe I was right to be in the PC unit. So I'm going to go over there. I'm going to say that. And I did. And you know what they did? They brought me right back to the PC unit. And then later on, one of the guards in the PC unit who disliked me, I think. He called me racist or whatever. He disliked, I think he hated me. Like, I think he really genuinely, like, didn't like me on some level. That fucking guard came over and said like, hey, well, you know what, I gotta say, I think he might have literally said like, you got balls, you went to Gen Pop, you know, you got balls, or he said something like slightly repetitively like that to me, and it's like, yeah, so that's your fucking anecdote for the day. And it's fucking me, I send somebody fucking emails. I'm a fucking book editor. I've had books in Barnes & Noble with my name on the inside, one of the inside pages, after editor : space. And then it was my name. I was the editor-in-chief of a magazine at Emerson College, a prominent magazine, a magazine where they gave you like $8,000 a semester as long as you made your case to continue getting funded. You know, it's like it was established. It wasn't like they were just giving everybody thousands of dollars. It was an established magazine, and I'm saying it was established years before I got there, as far as I know, because they had many issues by the time I was editor-in-chief. And I was editor-in-chief of that campus organization. I was president of a campus organization of a college that, when you say the name of the college, people might confuse it with Emory, I don't know, but many people say like, oh yeah, that's a good college. And then maybe they did confuse it, maybe not, but I've heard that many times. I don't say Emerson that much anymore, but I don't talk to people that much anymore either. But that all may change. That all may change because my life is hopefully about to change. I think it may. And what I'm saying here is, I did really well in college, well enough to be the president of a campus organization that was funded to the tune of thousands of dollars a semester, thousands of dollars of the school's money, which was money that people paid to the school, and then they gave it to us to make fucking magazines. That made a print magazine that we gave out for free on the semester, every fucking semester. Not just every year. It was a magazine per semester. It wasn't every month, but it was per semester, so 2 a year. And so I produced, as president, 2 of those issues, and then I was voted member of the year. And it was a little close, and you know, a lot of people, like, you kind of vote for the editor-in-chief by default, or at least that was the understanding I had when I was voting the year before, maybe, or I don't know. But in any case, I was voted member of the year, and I won an Emerson Recognition Award, member of the year, editor-in-chief of a magazine that they funded thousands of dollars for, so that we can get it printed out and passed around campus. And it was a long-running campus magazine. And people told me, one of my friends straight up told me for the second issue, right before the end of the school year, he's like, wow, man, like, to have your fucking name on this. It's like, it's because I was like, oh yeah, I was kind of downplaying it, or I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, I don't know if I did such a good job, or like, I don't know if I'm satisfied with this or that, maybe. But I think it was more like me genuinely, at least part of it, at least I think, was like, so, like, I don't know if I did such a good job or whatever. And really, like, not just like, oh, I don't know if I did a good job. Like, I don't know if I did a good, I don't know if I did such a good job. And because somebody literally referred to me as the infamous Matt. It's like, that's how maybe not good of a job I did. I don't know. But in any case, he's like, to have your name on something like this, and he was just looking at it, like, visually. He's like, to have your name on something like this. And then I edited books that were in Barnes & Noble with my name as editor. I didn't fucking make up the publishing company. I worked there. I was the editor, senior editor. And then I could tell you all those fucking stories about fucking being in jail for sending somebody angry emails. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go down at least to the next level if we can. It's like, Matt, you're not taking this seriously. Believe me, motherfucker, I'm taking it more seriously than you are, because this is my fucking life. And this is the shit I've had to deal with. I'm taking it very seriously. However, I did not let them destroy my spirit. And by taking it seriously, Matt, you mean that I have not been defeated by it, that I can somehow talk about it with a sense of like personal empowerment nevertheless. It's like, okay, yeah, I guess I haven't been defeated, and if that's what you want for me by taking it seriously, then no. They locked me up, and then they had me go through a torturous 3 years without being able to drink alcohol or play on my fucking PS4. Now I'm doing both of them at the same fucking time, and I'm smoking, and it's great, and my life is about to get way better. Hopefully. It seems like it might. Specifically. And all these things together, and somebody comes up to me and says, you're not taking your fucking shit seriously, I'm the guy who fucking crawled out of that fucking pit. I'm taking it seriously. I don't think you're taking it seriously. Or I don't think you're taking my life seriously to say that I should just fucking basically kill myself emotionally. Or basically just admit defeat for the rest of my life. It's like, no, motherfucker. No. The evilest fucking corporation in the fucking world said I was a bad guy for sending emails, and for quite specifically something they protect in their First Amendment. Okay, no, motherfucker. It shall not be abridged. The First Amendment shall not be abridged, and I'm not saying I'm ever sending those again. There'd be no fucking point in it. I didn't get anything out of it the first time. I was just fucking venting. There's no fucking point in me ever fucking doing something like that again. Not after that fucking shit happened, especially. So it's like, okay, you know what? But that doesn't mean that I'm defeated. And that doesn't mean I'm fucking defeated at all. And if you want defeat for me, then you are clearly aligned against me inherently. And if that's listen to what you think about my life, clearly your fucking goal in that case is for me to do badly, or for me to like give up any dignity. And if that's your fucking goal for me, then that ain't my fucking goal for me. So we have opposing goals. So if I'm not going to necessarily take your opinion seriously in terms of what's going to help me, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I think things are going very well, and they're just going to get better. I mean, they're not going, in many ways, they're not going very well. In many ways, they're going awfully, and they've been awful for a long time. But I think they're going to get a lot better soon, and a lot of the awful is going to be poof, vamoose, like literally. Like, a lot of the awful, almost all of the awful, actually, could very well be gone next week. And it's like, well, Matt, what? That sounds fucking dramatic. It's as dramatic as fucking getting a job, man. It's literally as dramatic as having enough money to support myself and then finding a place that I'm good with living with. That's as dramatic as it is. But that's the effect that it may have if such a thing would happen. So, how about that, motherfucker? How about that for fucking optimism? How about that for being a fucking positive person? And how about that for being a good person even if the entire world would begrudge you for it? Okay. I think that's a fucking YouTube video. We're streaming to the end of this, but I think that's a fucking YouTube video. And maybe like the... I guess it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter what the thumbnail is. So make the thumbnail whatever you want. Thumbnail will be great. But yeah, I think that's a YouTube video. And no matter how many views it gets, I'm not judging things by popularity. If I did, then I think I could still end up doing well, but I'd probably have like a more aggravating time. I'm not judging shit by popularity. I'm judging shit by the truth. And that may sound fucking funny, and it may sound like, oh yeah, you said that with the fucking hip-hoppy inflection. You look like fucking Malibu's Most Wanted. Nobody fucking takes that shit seriously. It's like, well, I'm sure that most of those people who wouldn't take it seriously, if they've watched this far, probably also don't take the truth seriously. And I mean that sincerely. So, you know, basically, I think I've made a good enough case for myself at this point that if you take the truth seriously, then you take me seriously, but not in a way where you're paranoid about me, but actually in a way where you'd look at me and say, yeah, that's a guy fucking worth respecting on at least some level. And that doesn't seem like a guy who has any bad intentions other than nothing, actually. I mean, what? I don't even want to fucking kill these bugs. Other than actually fighting these bugs, killing these bugs, I have no bad intentions. And I'm a big enough band to say that's a less good intention than it could be. To kill these bugs. That's less good than it could be. But, you know, I think real motherfuckers better recognize real, or ill motherfuckers gonna exercise still, like Vinny Paz says. But I think, like Drake says, the realist bleep say your lyric, and I say bleep partially just at this point because I'd like to not have YouTube obstacles to face. But the realist bleep say your lyrics do shit for me. That's what Drake says. You know what? It takes a real motherfucker to see how real Drake is. That's funny to say, but it takes a real motherfucker to see that Drake in all of his mainstream shit, Drake on the fucking Sprite commercials, it takes a real motherfucker to point at Drake and say, I don't care how mainstream he looks, that's a real motherfucker. If once you realize Drake is a real motherfucker, then you're on your way to becoming a real motherfucker. And I'm not saying Drake's a good guy. I'm not saying he's not pushing propaganda. I'd probably be surprised if he wasn't in some way, if he hadn't in some way made contact with some sense of like, this is what you should be talking about. At the same time though, Drake, at least in a large sense, with the lyrics that Drake has, or whoever wrote them, but if Drake wrote those lyrics, Drake's a real motherfucker, at least in the Tony Robbins sense, and seemingly like pretty fucking real beyond that. Drake's a real guy. Drake is a real motherfucker, man. Drake is a real motherfucker. Maybe put that as a caption of the fucking screenshot. I don't know. Yeah, the second one will be the screenshot. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah. At the risk of looking like a fucking, you know what do they say in those commercials? Those videos where, you know, they'll put the glasses and the fucking blunt in somebody's mouth, and they'll play the mixtape horns where it's like do 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 do, and it's like the asshole who speaks over Lil Wayne on a given mixtape, and he says, "Introducing Lil Wayne," or on the Kendrick Lamar album, the Kendrick Lamar album, "Damn," he says, "It's Kung Fu Kenny," and it's not a mixtape, but it's that fucking obnoxious fucking asshole from the mixtapes, or it's somebody who sounds like that fucking shit. But what does it say? What? Oh, Thug Life? Yeah, the Thug Life. At the risk of looking Thug Life, let's fucking look Thug Life, motherfucker. This ain't Thug Life. And the funny thing is, this ain't Thug Life, and if you've listened to this entire video and gotten to this point, If you're still gonna call me Thug Life, then I don't know what to tell you. In fact, it's funny because I once told my first probation officer, I'm not some thug from the hood, and she literally said, nobody thinks you're some thug from the hood. Who says you can't have fun in horrifying circumstances? That's funny. I gotta give her credit on that. And you know, I didn't hate her. I thought she was a reasonably nice person. And my second probation officer, I thought he was a great probation. Yeah, I thought he was the best probation officer I ever could have asked for. I'm not saying he didn't represent an evil corporation called the United States of America, but what I am saying is that he is the best guy I could have asked for. And I any day of the week I would point to him and say thank you for being as reasonable and as good as you were, even carrying out evil orders or whatever, you know. And maybe with that kind of idea, with that kind of approach, you'd encourage people to do what Mark Passio suggests and to quit their jobs. Because I think Mark Passio literally said, like, all police officers should quit their jobs. It's hilarious. I'm not... Well, I mean, I think I'd agree with that. Because what? Is saying... That's not, like, an illegal thing to say, right? All police officers should quit their jobs. Like, I'd agree with that. That'd be great. Imagine if that happened tomorrow, the whole world would be better. I mean all in the world. If you had all in, like, one country, the other countries, part of the same global system, would probably... fuck up that country. They'd send their cops because it's the same system anyway. But if all police officers in the entire world quit their job tomorrow, that'd be a hallelujah moment. You would say hallelujah from the rooftops. And I also look specifically, and I thought of this before putting glasses on. In fact, I thought of this, I think, before I thought of Thug Life. I look specifically like Peggy from Mad Men. So yeah, in like the last episode, or literally the last episode, right? Or one of the last ones. No spoilers here, except that she wore, like, glasses at one point. I don't even know if she was wearing glasses, actually. I think she was. No spoilers, though. No big spoilers except for that. But Mad Men, anyone watching this, any person who speaks English and watches this, please watch Mad Men. Please start with episode 1. And then when you watch episode 1 and you might feel like, oh, you know, I don't know if I got it, please watch until at least episode 4 or 5. If by episode 5 you aren't entirely engrossed and it isn't your favorite thing in the world, and you haven't had a spiritual enlightenment, or at least you're not totally interested in it, then you can just fucking stop and whatever. But if by episode 5, let's say, or probably even episode 3, but let's say episode, or even 2 maybe, but if by the end of the episode of episode 5, you see what I see, then you will have one of the greatest experiences of your entire life waiting for you for the next 70 hours that you decide to put towards it. 70 plus. That's how good Mad Men is. Mad Men is an art house movie that lasts more than 80 hours, I think. Wait a second. 6 times 10, 60. Let's say 6 times 12. That's like 72. And then you got the 7th season, which is like 14 episodes. Okay, yeah, more than 80 hours. Mad Men is an art house film that lasts more than 80 hours, and like one of my bosses once said, Mad Men is a work of art. And it's not just a work of art, it's a work with much poetry. It's a work with much wisdom, it's a work with much spiritual capital for you to invest in, for you to receive. That's a work where Don Draper says, gentlemen, I don't need to tell you about Jesus. Either he lives in your heart or he doesn't. That's how he starts a fucking scene. That show is one of the greatest shows of all time. Thug Life, you know, but seriously. And I defy you. Am I not one of the more entertaining streamers you've ever seen? With the more shit to say? Even if I repeat some themes, I'm repeating the themes partially because fill in the gaps of what I'm saying anyway. Like basically give you an idea of what I'm saying. But beyond that, beyond the sidebars, as Matt McKinley might say, of Quantum of Conscience, check him out. He's a fucking real one. Or he might be a fucking real one. He's pretty I think he's pretty fucking real. In fact, I have a deep affection for Matt McKinley. I really think Matt McKinley's great. Not just because my name is Matt. Or I think, anyway, I have a deep affection for Matt McKinley. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Yeah. Am I not giving you your fucking money's worth here? Am I not giving you... I'm gonna pull a Stefan Molyneux on you, motherfucker. Am I not giving you your money's worth? I think I am. I think I am. I think I'm giving you more informative shit, more helpful shit, more entertaining shit than just about anyone else you're gonna watch. More relatable shit, more interesting shit, more engrossing shit, and in fun gameplay too. And you know what? Before the end of the stream, we're adding 5 minutes past 10. And you know what? I better fucking make it an hour anyway, right? Maybe it's you got to make it 2 hours and then add 5 minutes, or no, 5 minutes past 9. I mean. But let's turn on the map and let's find our way to the next level down if we can, real quick. Or as I heard someone say, and I like the phrase. The phrase has a ring to it. No matter how much I sound like the character from Bullet in the Brain by not by Rick Moody, is it? No, he wrote Boys Walk In. Did he write? He didn't write Bullet in the Brain. Who wrote Bullet in the Brain? Anyway. The short story. I may sound like the character, but I remember a guy I worked with in Kmart who used the phrase right quick. I like that phrase. Or at least that phrase has a ring. There's something about it that feels kind of trendy and hipstery and also like kind of like urban, that just like all sorts of things where it's like I'm not sure I'm automatically, like basically it puts me off a little bit. But still, right quick, that has a nice fucking ring to it. Come over here right quick. That's a phrase that sounds like what it is, right? That's like James Joyce with a portrait of the artist as a young man. This is the thing itself. Oh, cool. Look at that. Yeah, man. Fucking Diablo, dude. Look at this shit. Oh yeah. We are uncompromising now. Alright, we're gonna take off the glasses. I'm actually not that big of a fan of wearing sunglasses. Like, I think it looks cool sometimes, but like actually like it often just kinda, I feel worse. Oh fuck. Sorry, dude. Okay, we got our exit here. Maybe it's over there. Yeah, I think it's over there. Okay, so see over there, to the like upper left of the little map where it's not filled in. That's probably where the exit is, because we've already explored a lot. I'm doing this with like one finger basically, plus a fourth finger, Guitar Hero style on the buttons. Oh yeah, I played Guitar Hero. I've got a Guitar Hero guitar for PS3. I could sell that shit for probably 70 bucks. I might. Not that I don't want to play Guitar Hero again. I really do. And I'd like to have that guitar, but at this point I kind of need money. Or I don't need money, but... yeah. Twitch is monetized. If you want to donate, I will be very happy. I'm not asking you to. But if you did want to, you can. No one's gonna stop you. Not even me. I don't follow anyone's rules, not even my own. That's what the guy from Family Guy said. That's funny. Wait a second. Is the exit literally like right the fuck over here? Well, first let's go over here. Really? They had that whole big area and the exit is like right near where we fucking came in? Are you kidding? No, this isn't the exit, is it? No. Okay. So that leaves, likely, because this is a pretty big map even at this point, that leaves likely this exit. Right over here. Right near where we started. As shown by the purple stain on the map. Stain map. That's mean. Oh, fuck. This area just keeps going, man. Wow, this is a big fucking place. Okay, what do we have in here? Let's be a completionist about it. What do we got? Nothing? I'm glad for nothing. That's fine. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, come on. Oh, here we go. Yep. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's the well or whatever. Mana potion thing? Okay, great. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. Ah, really? This place just never stops, dude. Wow. Oh, there it is. That's it in the fucking floor, right? That's it. Okay. Let's go around the Rosie. Ring around the Rosie. And let's... Yep. Level 3. Okay, we made it. You know what happens now? We actually go back to level 2 because it's a little unexplored. Oh. Fuck it. You know what? No, we go to level 3. And we go back to 10. And I want to go at least until 205. That'll be the 7. That'll be nice. And thanks. You know, if you're watching this, I thank you. This may not end up being on YouTube. But I thank you for watching this, if you do. Or if you are currently watching it. If that 1 doesn't mean 0, but it still does mean 1, then great. Because the 1, as I've said, it generally doesn't go back down to 0 even if someone leaves. But it will go back to 1 from 2 or 3. How much have you eaten today, Matt? Nothing. But soon enough. Oh boy, I can just relax all night to this. How about you give me a Drake line, Matt? How about not the line where he just says he's real? How about another line? Okay, how about this? Smoking weed under star projectors. Guess we'll never know where Harvard gets us. Something along the lines of, but somehow having it all took a place the desire for diplomas on the wall. Is that not real? Smoking weed under star projectors. I guess we'll never know where Harvard gets us. He creates a beautiful ethereal scene, and then he says, I guess we'll never know where Harvard gets us. But somehow having it all took the place for that desire for diplomas on the wall. He cuts through a lot of bullshit in those couple of fucking lines. And Drake does it all the time. I'd like to get his newer albums, actually. The last one I have is More Life. Yes, I do have views as well, yeah. But I do have More Life. After that, I haven't gotten any new ones. But you know what? I might have my fucking Drake renaissance. I might come to a time where it's like there are 3 Drake albums I've never heard, and I listen to all of them, and I'm like, you know what? These were good Drake albums. And if I say that, then you know that they were good fucking albums. So there you go. Oh yeah. We might keep the stream going, actually. We might keep it going a little past 2:05. I don't know. Don't be shy, man. Like, don't be shy to comment, though. Like, I used to be, like, very shy. I don't think I'm that shy anymore. I think I'm still a little avoidant. But if you're watching this and, like, you'd like to comment, you know, don't be fucking afraid. I'm not gonna... Believe me, I'm the least of your fucking worries in terms of someone being mean to you. Probably. I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't know. We would see. Oh, okay, we're past 2:05.